It's Dan. You're back. I'm Dan. We back. This is where we at. We need to today process the projects to prioritize progress. So that is what we're gonna do. Let's gander at it. Let's look at the game plan. We put this out because I care about Smokey the Bear, and now I have all of this ash and charcoal. And I have read upon line that ash and charcoal raise the pH to a place that plants don't like to grow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of that and I'm gonna spread it out all amongst here. I'm gonna do a little rake, get all the leaf off of it. I'm gonna move those rocks down here so we can start a bit of a retaining wall, and we're gonna get this flat and ashy. Flat and ashy is not the way I wanna be usually, but today we're getting flat and ashy. So that's project number one, and then I want to put a lot more focus upon, because last time we got the trees down, and that felt like a bit of a side project for the main project, which is over here. We are going to make something like this, but it's gonna be over there. And then I do think I want a boop 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 as well. If you see houses that were built in like the 1800s, 1700s, they're just on like a rock stack. And I'm wondering how much of that I can get away with. I don't have like sand or anything to pack stuff down. So if I dig out where the middle guy is gonna go, if I get down there and I see a rock, I think I can do stuff to compact right here, ish there, compact rock stack. I got plenty of rocks, bud. So we're gonna look into that, but this one is definitely gonna be a pillar like the others. I got a couple holes, and I'm gonna make a couple more, and we're gonna put rebar in there, and we're gonna get a freaking sonotube in it, bud. Get freaking excited. Here we are. Here we go. Controversial opinion, but rocks are heavy, and this was tough, but that's what I like doing. God forbid I get sexy about having, achieving goals and simultaneously working out. Wow, who would have thought? There it is. This is the thing. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to any sort of, is this great or any of that crap. I don't really care. The thing that's going to go here, this spot is already pretty flat, and I'm going to do my best to keep it and make it more so and better. And it is going to produce, I've already said it, there's a sawmill going here, and it is going to produce a lot of dust, which will, and hopefully, it'll get rained on and fill up as it goes. I'm going to rake back from the high side as much as I can and just let detritus fill this. I'm not that concerned with whether or not things are going to settle and move. I'm going to be here over time, so guess what? I can fix them over time. We'll see in a year or two, rather or not. I regret that. But like I said, I dumped a bunch of ash ketchum over here, so I'm going to shoomp all of that down into the Whitward here. We broke some stone, we pulled up some stone, we moved some big stones. I moved that one now. What was 1 minute for you in that time lapse was an hour for me. So that's what I did, that's what I'm doing. I mentioned those. I'm out of rebar. I thought I had so much more rebar. I don't. And I started a big fire, so I can't leave and go to the store. So we're just gonna piddle about, bud. If I'm having a good time, that's fine. I'm doing what I want to do. So we might have goals to achieve, and we will eventually. This is a marathon. This is around the corner. That's the Marathon gas station theme song. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on this and keep making it pretty because the thing is gonna be here, and I have co-workers coming to help me pick it up and move it. It's a heavy box. I don't have an address at this place because it was nothing. It was just woods, so I couldn't ship it here, and I wouldn't be here to get it. So I shipped it to a buddy's. We're gonna bring it here. Thanks, Dad. Are we all over the place again? Hell yeah, we are. Check this out. I'm in what I want to call conditioning this soil and pulling out, oh yeah, root ball, Does the root do a lot to keep the hill where it's at? Yep. Do I worry about that? Nope. One. Well, two, check this out. Rock, 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 rock. Gander upon this, since this is all on rock, if you just get up under the root ball, I'll try to actually film it. You can just peel back the earth and reveal this thick, black, healthy soil. I like my soil like I like my coffee without someone else's dick in it. This is all rock. The whole thing, it's just rock. So I think I'm gonna peel the whole thing, take all the extra dirt, and put it where I want it. And that's what I want. Look at that absolute thickums. That's such a big man. Oh my goodness. I'll put you somewhere to continue living, but I'm kind of addicted to this. I'm kind of addicted to just coming in. Let me see if I can do it here for you. Grab a hunk of ground, yank it. Sometimes it rips. Sometimes you just peel back the earth. Of course, it's not gonna play along when I'm on camera. I wouldn't have it any other way. But you can just peel back a hunk of earth sometimes, expose all of this beautiful, beautiful, healthy soil, rake it all back off the stone, and then you're it looks so clean and nice until the leaves fall on it like everything else. But I'll be able to rake it off way easier because it's just gonna be a couple inches of dirt on stone. I'm gonna level all this off, and we saw last week, if you've been paying attention, I got that laser level. So I'm gonna come in here, get some true flat. Sawmill's gonna go on railroad ties when I can afford them, because they want. Pause and breathe before you start recording. They want like $30 each for a railroad tie that's only 8 feet long, and I need like 4, and then I also want other stuff. So you work a couple weeks, pay for the land first, and then the paycheck by the... You know how it works to purchase things. I'm gathering that you are an adult. If you're not, I guess, hi. I don't know if this is healthy content for you. You should ask your mom. Yeah, say hi to your mom for me. Bye. I swear I got to get a good pull on camera, because when it does good, it does good. Look at these roots. They're all orange. They look rusty. I pulled it out and it said it was on its way. But I guess whatever this is, whatever they are. Well, the woods are just so fun and interesting. This is all mycelium. And is it weird that I still feel bad, but I don't feel as bad about that grub that was over there. This is a neural network too. This has thought and function, but I don't, like, I feel like just tearing it out and throwing it down the hill isn't as bad as pulling a straight up living creature and chucking it. I feel like the mycelium's gonna be fine. Is that right? Should I be gentle with this as well? Should I touch it? I think I should lick it. Much like Bob Dylan around 2010, I've run out of rock. But unlike Bob Dylan around 2010, I'm not going to suddenly get into frickin' elevator music. This, where you can see it's rooty, and you can't see the top of the guy, the top of Dwayne, is where we are out of rock. It's become much less fun to work. I've got 20 feet, though. And I believe what I need is 15. So that should be enough to work around it, to work around the guy. This feels pretty freaking flat, based solely on feel. That's the vibe of it. I still want more dirt, because now, what I said earlier about just throwing detritus and bullshit in here, I think I'm going to try to do soil, because I have it all of a sudden. So it's looking good where it looks good. It definitely tapers off yonder way. So getting more, shaking out that stuff right there, getting more of the good, and putting it over here. If I don't have to spend, I don't want to spend money on no types of fill. There's a theme that the budget isn't, so we got to do it here. Other than, the budget isn't because I bought a frickin' sawmill. Shut up. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep raking it out, keep getting all of this off the rock as much as I can, because the mill's going to go on railroad ties, and those will make flat wherever I put them, as long as I can get the two of them into cord's lengths with each other. Then we'll freaking start sawing lumber, but I'm going to anchor them into the rock, just like I'm doing over there. Sit right back and gander upon that from afar. Where the rock is, it's all that healthy black soil. Where the rock isn't, it's more brown, and that's interesting. So I think that's going to be a day for hanging out with Dan. Next time on Come and Hang Out, we're going to move the fire over here, and this is all going to spread out. If we're doing a structure there, I don't think right now I come in and U-turn up yonder way to get him there. So I think I'll get there. I'll process what I'm trying to say. I picture this is basically all going to be driveway eventually. Years down the road, this might just all be gravel, but that entrance right that's kind of cute. So I think I'm going to pop a place where I can drive right through there and get everything cleaned up. Just continue fighting entropy. That way I can also hook this to those, get a good drag on, and get something to get them up onto the cutting surface. So until next time, I would like for you to not sit right back and have a good time. Do have a good time, but get off your butt, achieve some goals. The only thing in between you and a rock is a lot of time and money, but that's stuff you can do. So have yourself a good self. Okay, love you, bye. Tiny little dog. Tiny little wrists. Look at this. They're the ones I was born with. This is what I got when I became me. I haven't had much choice in it. My watch is dialed all the way in, as tight as it can go, and it's probably a little loose. But look, with these tiny little wrists, I am able to do all of this big stuff. I moved all these logs. We've talked about that. And I moved all of these logs. We've talked about that. And what I'm doing today isn't moving logs. It will be setting that post. We're definitely going to do it. I bought rebar. Oh, it's early. It's actually, I slept in. It's 7:30. How could I? That fire ash is going in the bucket. What we learned is that fire ash raises the pH of the soil and inhibits, doesn't let weeds grow. This is where Sawmill's going to go, and I was going to get railroad ties and really anchor them down into the stone. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm already on stone. It's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to put the thing right here. We don't need to put the stuff in it. Jack said it's fine, and I believe him. We've moved the fire over here, raked out a big spot around it, and we're burning again. So we're making more fire ash. And I'm going to continue doing all of this with my tiny little wrists. Well, this time I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to live it, bud. We're going to do it. I got the holes. I put a fancy, expensive bit onto the not fancy tool, and guess what it did, boy? It rips a hole. So we got those holes. We got those rebers. They look the way they do because that's how I want them. This one's pretty close to the top. I think that's going to be fine. We got about 2 inches betwixt it and the top. That one's way down. We're positioned pretty well. I did bring my long tape measure and checked corner to corner to corner to corner. This way we got 21 feet 1 inch. This way we got 21 feet 3/4 inch. That's really freaking close for how many frigs I was giving about it, bud. So have yourself a snack, sit back, and I'm gonna pour this concrete. I piled leaves around this one because it was what was close, and I'm kind of lazy, so I hope they're really wet. I hope that's got enough gravity to hold that in place. I got it plumb with the leaves. That one I had dirt around the base so nothing leaked out. This one I it's cut to fit the rock, which is just all really nice stuff. There's some dust in there. I get the bottom really wet before I even start pouring concrete, and I hope that's gonna help Magellan all that up. Just mix it, get it all mixed up, and then I won't have to worry about my concrete splitting off of my base. They all have multiple rebers in them, So I think we're gonna be fine. A friggin' tree fell on that one, close to, and it didn't budge at all. So, heck yeah, bud, let's get some frickin' water in this thing. Well, he's only gone and done it. Look at this mess I've made. It's so nice, cause it's fun. Look at this. Isn't that special? Here's what I'm doing with this. I figured I wanted to do it, one, to see if I could, two, to have fun trying. And what I'm doing now is gander upon this. Oh yeah. That was down yonder. So now I can get two hands to get this one off. Start drilling through the next one, drill through the next one. I'm gonna put a 4-foot reber all the way down through, all the way through them, and then mix up a thick concrete. And fuck yeah, concrete. I'm gonna concrete them all together so they don't have this. It's got a little bit of this, because that is what makes it. If you look, I'm a little bit off the line, but if you look, I'm a little bit off the line. So that's gonna be good. And I think I'm gonna, bring concrete to make this real nice and flat, just a platform at the top. And I think that's gonna look so special. I don't know if you'll ever be able to see it, because the plan I have in my head is that this is gonna be a structure under a roof. I'm thinking just a single pitch, most likely 1 story. Who knows, we might get wicked with it. The cool thing about not having a plan is you can do whatever you want. Nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong if you don't know what you're doing. So me and Jax are gonna keep doing this, and then I got a call for a delivery. And I thought the delivery was gonna come tomorrow. We did all that. The delivery is not gonna come tomorrow. The delivery is gonna come today. And it's a very small company, small delivery company that's bringing this thing. And Buddy was a dude. Dude was a guy, and guy was a bro. He was like, hey, I'll be there at this given time. Is that address still good? Because of the way things are, I live in a camper down by the river. But I bought this property, and I can't bring my camper here yet because there are no utilities, and I haven't saved up for any sort of solar or anything. So this is a big part of the plan. And I was going to deliver it to a coworker's house, Buddy guy, and he's not up because we work nights. So Buddy guy called me, and I said, hey, dude bro, man guy, how about you just bring it here, and I'll give you some extra cash on top of it. I didn't have him deliver it here to begin with because there isn't an address. There's no mailbox at the street. Bought is unimproved land, so the address is just 0 blank 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 blank. So he was like, yeah, send me a pen, drop me a pen, I'll see if it's within the route. And we're freaking good to go, bud. Buddy's gonna bring it and drop it down on the road, which kind of sucks, because the other plan was to get 4 coworkers, put cold beers in their hand, and make them lift the extremely heavy thing into the back of my truck. It's like 430 pounds. Big box. We were gonna have to take my camper shell off and do all sorts of stuff, but now Buddy's just gonna drop it at the road. I'm gonna have to open the box at the road and just carry bit by bit to right here. But a plan is coming together. A plan's become more than a plan, it's action. We're doing it. So until he gets here, I'm gonna keep playing with that, and then we will start doing it. We're already pretty far down there. It's a 4-footer, but listen, funny noises. Did you hear it? Bing, 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 bing. Look at that though. Oh ho ho. So now I'm gonna dry stack it, make sure it all fits, and then we'll wet stack it. Get the dirt out, get the concrete in, get the water in. Doing it.